The last couple of months I have tried social media marketing and I have had some minor success already. In the first month of my journey I had 3 different clients and managed to make around $1,200. Then in my second month I came up with a logo, so a brand and everything that is needed for that. Also a website of course, and I started reaching out. Alright, so this is my first month back. Since we already had the website and everything set up, I could jump straight into outreaching. Here I first of all went over an old lead list I had created and started outreaching to those businesses. Despite it taking so long, I went on with the outreach until I had outreach to the 50 people, and for the email I just used an old preset I had created. Feel free to copy this email if you need it. So that day I went to bed happily since I had been able to outreach to 50 people already, but when I woke up the next morning I was absolutely devastated. But sadly I just have gotten one response and it was a person saying they were not interested. So I went back to outreaching that day, reaching out to another 50 people, and then my plan was to outreach on Instagram, but I was devastated to find out they removed the shopping icon. So I waited a couple of days and again I got no response at all. So after that I knew there was something wrong with the way I was outreaching on. So I considered to buy a service to get me some leads. So after that I went right into D7 Lead Finder and began getting some juicy leads. And quickly after that I had a spreadsheets full of leads. Then I also got a free email outreach tool called Untitled to send emails automatically, and it's really easier to do it that way. So I did that and the tool began outreaching. But again, I sadly only got emails back saying people were not interested. So I began the second week again with outreaching of course, and something was wrong with the tool since I was looking at my responses I got, just saying the email couldn't be delivered or stuff like that. So that was really weird. Still, I haven't figured out what's wrong, but it's probably just because the emails that I got from the D7 Lead Finder were old. So while the tool was outreaching, I waited a couple of days again. And then I also decided to begin outreaching on Instagram. And began with getting an Instagram bot extension. So after that I just copied my leads into there and began outreaching automatically on Instagram too. And I found that to work way better since I already got some responses back. So I messaged back and forth with some people and ultimately got calls set up with somebody that was interested in my content creation service. So I got on the call with the guy and pitched him my service. The following days I then waited and messaged him again to follow up, but he said he needed some time. Now it was already the end of the week, so I let my tools do some more outreaching and then I was done. In week 3 I then also did some outreaching, but I would tell you guys more about how I outreach and stuff. But sadly in week 3 I had a lot of exams going on, so I had to really focus on that. Yes, I have a life outside of business and YouTube, and yeah, sadly couldn't do so much for my agency. In week 4 then I also did some manual outreaching again, and yeah, I just did that over and over again. Then in week 5 my Easter holidays began and I was ready to hit some crazy grind sessions. But sadly I was out with my friends and then I hurt my arm, so I was in the hospital for it, and I couldn't move my arm for a couple of days, so I couldn't really do anything for the agency. So I tried to recover in week 5, but towards the end of week 5 I began outreaching again. And after that I woke up to an email the next morning of a person saying they were interested in my content creation services. So I messaged a couple of messages back and forth with this person, and then even without a call sent them an invoice of $500. And guess what? He paid. So I was feeling beyond happy since I was waiting for this so long and the work finally paid off. I had finally gotten a client again after the first month of doing SMMA again. And you have to remember I have like 10 different YouTube channels, I have school, and I have my agency. So I do it all at once, so I couldn't put everything into my agency, and I still managed to get a client. So what is your excuse, bro? But yeah, this was basically my first 30 days back again. We finally got some results for all the hard work we put in. So I'm definitely excited for the next month again. And by the way, if you need any leads or something like that, you can hit me on Instagram named carl.hustle, and then I will supply you with some. With that said, definitely make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.